Hi, friends. Thank you so much for being here and for watching and listening. My name is Tara Long, and I help people or am a guide for those who are on this sovereignty journey, doing practices, natural law practices, or the inner work. Usually goes hand in hand. So to get more information about what I offer, you can just check below. Here, and I offer 15-minute consultations, free 15-minute consultations, and you can schedule that below as well to see if working together would be a good fit. Today I want to talk about something that I'm learning, because I always want to be really open and transparent with you guys, right? Because this natural law journey there's so much, it's huge, right? There's so much knowledge and information. And of course, the big part of what I do is I help people to embody the inner part of that. And then, of course, do whatever processes or paperwork feel resonant for you, externally. But I'm learning equity jurisprudence at the moment. I'm in a course, and I will share more about that as it goes along. But I'm in a 14-week course that teaches equity jurisprudence, and it's I feel blessed and grateful that I have been studying this work for, going on 5 years now, 6 years now. So I have a lot of knowledge already, kind of a base foundation. And a lot of people do who are learning equity, because it's almost like we learn, there's like a kind of a wave of this learning, it seems like. We come into learning natural law like, okay, we learn the deceits and the lies and the deceptions and all of that, and then we learn how to, and at first you might be angry or just feel incredulous, like, what, WTF? And then you learn to embody it more and to come into your own peace, and you learn to find peace and not to externalize and say, and blame and victimize yourself, like they're doing this and they're doing this, and the government does this, and while that may well be true, we are responsible for ourselves. There's nobody that's responsible for you but you. And so you get to learn how to remedy things that you have signed up for, that you were like, oh, I didn't know I signed up for that, I didn't know. So you get to release those contracts, and there's different ways to do that. And equity is one way to do that. To rescind, and rescission is the word that's used in equity, those contracts that you no longer want to be a part of. And also, equity there's no equity book, right? Equity jurisprudence, here's the book and here's what you do, right? It's like pieces there's the equity maxims, there's learning all these definitions, there's all these things that you piece together, right? And I've learned a lot of those pieces as I've gone on my journey, and now it's just bringing in like the final sort of, okay, how do we really practice equity? And a big part of it is asking questions. It's the art of inquiry, which I've talked about this before on some videos, but that is the one asking the questions is the one that is grounded and anchored and actually has the power, right? When we're dealing with, external authorities or what have you. It can be just in your life as well, right? Your partner and, all of that. But this is really about knowing, but you also do have to have some familiarity and some knowledge of these definitions and of, what's gone on and what's happened, like in our country or whatever country that you're in. And equity jurisprudence is, it's not just in the United States of America, right? It's in pretty much every Western country has, you can use equity. So anyway, I know it's not something I could really nutshell that much, other than to say that you stay in honor, because you're not claiming anything. You're not claiming I am this, right? And then you have to prove it. The one who makes the claim has to prove the claim. So you're throwing the ball, you're asking a question, and you're allowing them, the other party, right? Whether it's a judge, whether it's a credit card company, you're allowing them, and equity is used to discharge to discharge debt, because we don't have any other way to deal with it, right? There is no more money. Money doesn't exist. There is nothing to pay these debts with. We can only discharge it and close the account, right? That's what we're doing in equity. We're balancing the books. We're closing the accounting on the matter, and that in every court case is commercial. Everything is commercial. Every offer that you get, it's all commercial, right? Every court case has bonds attached and so forth. Even criminal cases are commercial. So you have the opportunity to settle the accounting and close it. Done. And that's what equity can do. You stay in honor. You're not claiming anything. You don't have to argue. You don't have to fight. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and it feels very good. It feels very aligned for where I'm at. And I really took this course not so much for myself, for my own issues, if you will, because I don't have any court issues. I don't have a lot of debts to discharge or anything. However, I am doing this so that I can help others, because it is my calling, it is my purpose to be a teacher and to guide. And this is the area, one of the areas I am called to do that in. And I know I have a gift to distill information and share it in a way that is simple and that one can understand. And this is the feedback I get all the time from my clients, is that, I have heard this so many times and I never really got it until you said that, that way or whatever. It's just one of the gifts I have, because it's my calling, right? We have the gifts that we have the skills and the gifts that we have because we have certain calling, in this realm. And it doesn't mean it's to do something. Our calling is to be who we are, right? Naturally, effortlessly, really, to be who we are. And then that expresses itself in many different iterations throughout our lifetime, or many different, I do many different things. I do acupuncture, I help people with their bodies, which it's all connected, body, mind, spirit, all of it. I do coaching, life coaching, right? I teach natural law and help people through those processes. So there's all these, but there's all these different doings, but there's the thread that runs through all of it is the same, right? It's the same. So, and every being, every man and woman in this realm has that as well. So I got off a little bit, but I just wanted to share with you that I'm learning this equity jurisprudence, and I cannot wait to help to teach it in my own way. I mean, there's definitely certain things that is, the way that it is in equity, but to bring my own sort of essence to it, and I'm a very organized person, so to organize in a way that really is simplified, and to teach that, and then to help others, discharge debt, quote unquote debts, and even, in court cases, because that does not scare me. I know that scares a lot of people. Oh God, I don't want to go. And that's fine. There's no judgment there, but it doesn't. It actually excites me to think about, going into a courtroom and not arguing and not fighting anything, but just through the art of inquiry, revealing the truth. And then the judge, for example, has no other option than to accept the equity that is being brought, right? So anyway, I just wanted to share with you what's up with me. But in the meantime, I'm still here to help with all the things that I help with, correcting status, all the things that follow that. You can, and with PMAs, private membership associations, I'm super passionate about helping people to create their own PMAs. And I have a class that helps you do that. And I do that work with people one-on-one as well. So, and also in the docket for me is continuing education on trusts. And and I'm doing that for myself and for some other clients as well. So if you have any questions, if you are wondering, if I can help you or support you where you're at in your journey, just sign up below for a 15-minute consult, and I'm happy to connect with you. And I hope to see you soon. All right.